You love Titanfall, I love Titanfall, I understand.
That's the blitz.
Back in the day, those multiplayer lobbies with the homies was fun. I mean, we all know just how good Respawn nailed the multiplayer experience. But you know what was even better sometimes in Titanfall? The fact that this game franchise was absolutely ahead of its time. Now, with Apex Legends being labeled as Titanfall 3 by the vets of the Titanfall franchise, it is safe to say that Apex holds a very special place in everyone's hearts, despite you being an OG Titanfall player or completely new to the franchise. But sorry folks, even though Apex Legends is based in the Titanfall universe, we can't even come close to comparing it with Titanfall at all. If anything, Apex Legends is basically the DLC pack or the sequel to a bigger game story, if you will. Because truthfully, there wouldn't be any Apex Legends if Titanfall just plainly never existed. Apex Legends was only created because they saw the success that games like PUBG was having. So all they had to do was take Titanfall classes and throw them into a battle royale game of 60 players, remove the Titans because they said it wouldn't fit into the genre, as well as completely removing wall running because, well, I guess it just wouldn't have worked, according to Respawn. But now, here begs the question, when are we going to get Titanfall 3?
Be careful, Novel. The information you are about to cover will most certainly get you deleted.
Ash, I thought they killed you in Titanfall 2. What are you doing in my video?
Your concern for my immortal body should be none of your concern. Now speak. I'm intrigued to hear about Titanfall 3, the so-called savior of the Apex games.
Alrighty then. Well, in that case, in order to understand just exactly how Titanfall 3 is going to save Apex Legends, we need to understand exactly why Apex Legends even replaced it to begin with. Now, we all know that the devs originally wanted Titanfall 3 to actually be a thing, since it was in development for almost an entire year, 10 months to be exact. The devs were extremely passionate about it since Titanfall 1 sold 11 million copies, Titanfall 2 only sold 4 million copies, which, by the way guys, is a loss in their eyes, but regardless, they still went full steam ahead with the production of Titanfall 3, taking that chance. Now, Apex Legends obviously didn't sell any copies, but instead went on ahead to become a billion-dollar game, making over $2 billion within the game itself overall. Which is funny, since we still have things like server issues, terrible SBMM, a lot of hackers, bugs, glitches, bad updates, bad servers. I wonder if I'm missing anything. Anyway, there was a developer named Mohammed Alavi, who was the narrative lead designer for Titanfall 3, and he came out in an interview and said,
Titanfall 2 came out, did what it did, and we were like, okay, we're gonna make Titanfall 3. And we worked on Titanfall 3 for about 10 months, right? In earnest, right? We had new tech for it, we had multiple missions going, we had a first playable, which was on par to be just as good, if not better, than whatever we had before, right? But I'll make this clear. Incrementally better. It wasn't revolutionary. And that's the key thing, right?
So it's clear to note that the Titanfall 3 project was unfortunately shut down and completely thrown under the rugs and forgotten about. At least that's what they say. But there is a little secret that I'm pretty sure not a lot of people actually know about. You see, the new weapons and the new classes that we see in Apex Legends every new season is actually the new classes from the development of Titanfall 3 that was quote-unquote scrapped. So there is most definitely some semblance and heartbeat of Titanfall 3 within Apex, which is kind of cool when you think about it, isn't it?
Wait, Novel. There is one important piece of information your puny little human brain is forgetting to mention. The one reason why Titanfall 3 could be something we foresee in the near future.
Well then, Ash, from the Titanfall universe, please enlighten us all, if you will.
It would be my pleasure to educate the less fortunate species. A very specific piece of information was leaked to the mainframe of the internet. This piece of information was a list of unreleased playable character virtual world titles. or more simply put, a list of unreleased games. This infamous leak came from the company NVIDIA, which mass produces hardware and software you insignificant humans use every day. On this list, Titanfall 3 was mentioned, which led people to believe that the game was on its way to be in release, or at the least, in development. Multiple PCVWs since that time have already been released, which only solidified the suspicions. NVIDIA, the company, had also reassured the populace that the list of PCVWs were actually real.
Wow, Ash, that is most definitely a mouthful. Thanks for taking over the video for that time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get back to it.
What needed to be said has been said. Your thanks was never needed to begin with. Now proceed.
See, here is the massive dilemma that we have going on right now. Apex Legends is on top of the game for one of the best online FPS games in the market right now. And with its affiliation to the Titanfall universe, it just solidifies that fact even harder. Respawn has the potential to make Titanfall 3 the biggest game they have ever released. With the traction that Apex Legends currently has, if they had to integrate Apex Legends and Titanfall, giving it not just a battle royale, but a traditional multiplayer and single-player campaign, EA would generate billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. With the way that people are talking about the Titanfall franchise right now, because, well, everyone is nostalgic and we all miss it, this switch could not just save Apex Legends, but expand the game to an even bigger potential for expansion, gameplay, story, mechanics, and overall enjoyment. The community would absolutely love it. The only game that we can see on the market right now that is somewhat executed this correctly is Call of Duty. Call of Duty has been around for many years, but ever since Call of Duty has decided to adopt the battle royale genre, they have successfully implemented this exact strategy, having traditional multiplayer, having a campaign, and having the battle royale. And on top of that, when they have integrated their main game like Cold War and the battle royale Warzone into one thing, they were even successfully able to add zombies into the mix. This has successfully given Call of Duty a massive framework to work with. Even if their battle royale had to die out just a little bit, they do have these other options to work with. Now, I'm not saying that this could work for every single battle royale genre game that comes out, but for Apex Legends specifically, with the way that the Titanfall universe is set up and the way that Apex Legends fits so perfectly within that universe, it's no wonder that Apex Legends could be saved.
Well, that was quite the deliverance of information. However, this will be the last time that I appear on this pathetic channel. I have a testimony of redemption to attend to personally find a way to wipe this channel out of universal existence, and I will start by finding your Ukrainian thumbnail editor and dispose of him efficiently. If any of you want to see his work before he pulls his last breath, then feel free to make use of the redirect link feature in the description that takes you to his page. Until then, the imminent termination of your useless career is underway. Good luck, Novel. You certainly require it.